Hello everybody. It's been a while since I posted concerning grandma who has since rested. Today we went to view her and to move her from the hospital where she passed and bring her closer home where she will be laid to rest. I was with some of my relatives, an aunt, my cousin, and two uncles. And when I saw her, I got some comfort because she went peacefully. That's what she looked like she went peacefully, and I'm glad for it. And it also made me have absolute closure to see her, because I know she's no longer with us in this world. And I'm very grateful. I'm very thankful again. I can't say how much that I had such a loving grandmother who also mothered me and some siblings, some cousins, together with our aunties, because our mothers had us young. I am very, very grateful. It has been a challenge raising money to meet the outstanding hospital bill for her hospitalization, and at the same time, because she succumbed while we were still raising funds, we have also had to again start looking for money for burial. In Africa, we do not have a lot, but we celebrate the lives of elders by giving them a warm send-off with all the relatives involved coming in. We have to feed them. We have to make arrangements for sitting, for feeding the people, for buying. A lot of times, of course, it's a very African custom to buy matching clothes for different age groups, for different categories of people within the family. It is a celebration of life, and we say that it is your final wedding. And we normally also say in the African custom that as you live, so do you bury yourself, because the way you lived with people is the reaction that people will have to come in to give you a befitting send-off. And I can say that our friends, our relatives, all of you far and wide who got our call requesting for help and came, we're indebted to you in so many ways, because you have managed to attain the targets for meeting the hospital bill costs and also for the funeral arrangement, which is going to happen this Friday. And then we will start a new chapter of life without grandma. It's a stark reality which happens after you have laid your loved one to rest. I think when there are so many people surrounding you, when there's so much happening, plans, preparations, you get a bit lost, and you get into a bit of forgetfulness because you're with people, and there's a bit of cheer even in the sadness. There's a lot of involvement, there's a lot of work going on, so your pain is kind of dulled a bit. But I know, because I've walked this path before of losing a loved one, that when all this is done and people return to their homes, then the harsh reality is going to hit us, in each of us in our own individual ways, that grandma, mom, aunt, great-grandma, Shosh, neighbor, sister, however you related to her, is not a call away, is not a visit away, but is in another place, in a better place. And I know God is merciful and gracious in his own way, and he's going to give us other helpers, other friends, other confidants, other surrogate mothers who will stand in that path. And I know that happens. Everything works for the good for those who trust in the Lord. As I bid farewell to my grandmother, I am brought into harsh reality about this world, the value of loving those close to us, showing the affection, spending time with them, making sure to be in contact, and doing your due diligence to find out how everybody you care for is, not just to assume, well, they're fine until the next time we talk. At the same time, in many levels, it has taught me about the importance of having self-sustainability, having friends you can rely on, having family you can rely on. And in times of need, that is when you really realize who is your friend but may not be as close as the way you expect them to be close to you may not be the way they expect that you are close. Because for a fact, even relatives, I found that in this trying time when I was so broken, when I was so down, there are people who did not even reach out to say, I'm sorry, Josephine, this has happened, we feel you, we are sorry for your loss, how can we help? It doesn't matter. Sometimes, it's somebody just saying, be comforted. May comfort come upon you. May peace be upon you and your family. I hope this comes to pass and you can celebrate. I hope all is going well with you. I know, I feel you. You're in a place that is hard. My thoughts are with you. Wishes cost nothing. But that is the life we live in. I'm grateful that I had my grandmother. I'm grateful I have for my family because we are very tight. We are almost 50 people, but she laid a very good foundation for us, and we are hoping that we are going to make her legacy grow, stay and grow by impacting on our children and grandchildren and the rest of the family members and friends and relatives who are supportive and near us. The message of goodwill, of kindness, of togetherness, of unity that she implanted upon us. How many tributes am I going to do for Grandma? I don't know. I just know this is what I feel, but now I'm in a calm place. I'm not as sad as I was before. It's going to be difficult on Friday when we lay her to rest. But I know I am going to be in so much celebration all my life for having loved her and known her. And I wish you happiness too. I wish that you have happiness and joy and love with those who are close to you, and that you learn how to discern and know keenly who you should care for and why you should care for them. Do they care back for you? Do they care back? Do they love you back? Are they concerned back at you? Is it because you did something to them, or is it something that holds them from doing so? Pick your friends wisely. Be close to relatives that are